Hey, hey, my lovelies. This is your long reading for the week beginning Monday, August 4th. So if you are here, you are meant to be here. So there is a message for you. But remember, free will is always in effect. What tarot does, tarot shows you the path you are on and the most likely outcomes from your choices thus far. Anyone who has tried to start a New Year resolution knows how hard it is to break a habit. So tarot shows what is the most likely path, but your free will is always in effect. And in fact, I just want you to be the best version of yourself possible. Speaking of which, okay. All right. So we have court cards. So we have you. Hi. Hi, you. Hello, you. Doing so well this week. Making some money moves and just securing the bags. Love it. So for those of you here, because you're trying to take care of people, you're trying to prove that to your family that what you're doing is paying off. If you are trying to support others around you, if you just are trying to flex. Do the kids still stay flex? I don't know. If you're still trying to flex and prove that you are that person, then hey, it looks like this week is literally paying off for you. And of course, a warning. All right, jumping card. Okay, guys, I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you want to show to people that you are your best self and that you are that person that can be relied on and make the money and be awesome. But here's the thing. If you're doing this from ego, you know what? Let me rephrase that, because I hate it when people say from ego. What does that mean? The ego just means the I am. But so let's clarify what ego means. Ego means that if you make this your identity, your clever little ideas, but remember, this is a page. Paige is very clever and very eager, but not tested. So it looks like you're getting this really big initial victory from something that you're still building a resume on. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Unless you get into your I am, you're like, oh, well, this is me now. This is me. Like, think about Professor Lockhart from Harry Potter. Oh, I know what to do. Oh, I'm a professor now. Oh, I read a spell about this. Blah, blah, blah. Me, 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 me. If you're trying to make this your identity, then that's what leads to these petty squabbles, to hollow victories, you have to stay humble. You are still learning things. There we go. Celebration, nostalgia. You know, there's a lot of kid imagery coming up in this reading too. This is, I was going to say it's back to school season. Especially if you live in states like in the South, where they go back to school in August rather than September. And even if you live in a state that goes, or elsewhere, you might be, I'm filming this in the US, but if you live in a country where people go back to school on September 1st, or in the US, it's after Labor Day at the beginning of September usually. So even if you don't go back to school now, you're still preparing to go back to school. So I think that's what a lot of this energy is picking up on, is just is the kind of nostalgic feeling of summer and what we associate with summer. Some of you watching this might be parents or teachers. So the parents, you're watching your kids go back and, back to somewhere else for most of the day, which can be a relief. Don't lie, it can be a relief, but it's also bittersweet. That's your baby growing up. Teachers, as a former teacher, it's on one hand, going back to those staff meetings at the beginning of August are the biggest pain, and you have to listen to all these cliche staff meetings, and everyone's saying, like, remember your why. It's like, my why is to teach and get a paycheck and grade my papers and not drive myself too crazy, and all these cheesy cliches are coming up. And so there's this dissatisfaction. And those of you who are students, I need to explain what the ending of summer means for you? Come on. even those of you who enjoy school, there's nothing like a lazy afternoon. All right, yeah, this reading is giving back to school. Hi, mean teacher. Yeah, all right. So if you have found this reading, this is giving back to school energy. This is giving, here's feeling trapped, feeling sad about what you're doing. I apologize. I'm going to assume that future editing me remembered to take that part out. I apologize. I'm working off of a stack of tissue boxes and a tripod and a broken tripod. So sometimes Mercury gets into the Gatorade. If you know, you know. All right, so let's get back to this. So, all right, this back to school energy that's going on, feeling trapped. Feeling trapped, they have the authority figures and work that you're not really sure is going to pay off yet. Working hard, but why? What is working hard going to get you? I will tell you that this looks like a very productive school year going in. Because we are going from untested to building experience. And from building experience to happy endings and completion. This is good. This is good energy. So this is really good energy coming in. So for those of you going back to school, either as a teacher, student, admin, or a parent, just trying to do the best you can for your kids while they get their education. It looks like this is going to start off rocky, but you know what? Any kind of back to school, anything right now, anything that we're starting during Mercury retrograde is going to start off rocky. That's just it. But it looks like definitely this week ends on a very high note, and we'll see. We'll do another reading in May and touch back on this. Remind me in the comments when we come to that. I think this is going to be a productive school year. So a productive end of the week, yes. A productive end to the school year also, I think. All right. So I really do wish you the best. And again, as a former teacher, I am feeling all the feelings right along with you. And I know that you will learn from the bad times as well as the good. All right, wishing you all the luck. Stay spooky.